Hey, what's up everyone? Morey Croson here, and we have another new breakdown for you today. It's going to be on Usain Bolt and his 150-meter dash he did back in 2009. And we're having a little bit of a different format here for the video today. I, like many of you guys out there, are constantly looking to improve and, want to be somebody that practices what I preach. And so, trying to do that within the YouTube channel here by making the overall experience better in actually watching the videos. Like and subscribe here and let me know what you think about, the new format. I'm looking to probably do these for all of our breakdowns going forward. Going here and we'll hop right into the breakdown with Usain Bolt. So, big thing with Usain Bolt when you watch him run, I mean, he just has such a beautiful stride. And if you want to look more into his actual start, just because the angle here is just not a great angle for the start position, but as he goes through, what really stands out is he's just so relaxed. He's in no hurry at all during that drive phase. He's just consistently going and getting that full extension. Look how far back he's able to get with his whole legs. And that's a big advantage of him being 6'5", is he's able to get that foot all the way back behind him there and get it so straight. And then from there, he pushes up, he drives his knee through. I mean, he's doing it obviously very fast, but he's also doing it very, very effortlessly. You can see, the guys that he's racing, like as soon as they get back, they try to push off and they have to drive their knee forward and through as much as they can. And even here you can see, he's getting his hip a little bit further stuck behind him and not really being able to touch the ground with the knee as extended, especially not as extended as, Usain Bolt, who's able to get a lot of extension in his leg as he's pulling that foot back underneath him. And that's super important. He's just going through his drive phase right now, as he's transitioning from his drive phase to his top end speed phase. And, you could really see as he starts to open up that he has just such a unique ability to be able to get such a large push off with his leg back behind him, but then still has plenty of time to be able to drive that knee all the way back up and through, and then extend the knee and then pull back underneath him. And this is where he gets so much overall power from, is because he's so far off the ground and is able to cycle that leg through so nice and smoothly. And that's where, again, he's able to really separate, because once he starts doing that and starts opening up, and you could see how relaxed he is in his face as he's doing it, because to him it's almost effortless. He's just going and getting that full extension both in the back end mechanics, and that's where he's such a unique athlete. Is he's great from the back end perspective when it comes to sprinting, as well as from the front end mechanics. You could really use both of them as a blueprint for how to sprint as a somebody that wants to compete on any level, 100, 200, 400, any of those. He has a great mechanics for that. Obviously, when you get closer to the 400, you end up having a little bit more backside mechanics, but he has such great backside mechanics even for running for 400. And what stands out is when he's landing, he just does a great job of landing with the ball of his feet. He lands with those toes facing fairly straight ahead, and he's just very quick in being able to get the foot back off, and that's just because he does a great job of landing basically right underneath his hip, right? So I see a lot of guys that will land with their feet really far out in front of their hip, and then they have to go and transfer their weight, and then by the time they transfer their weight, that now their foot is so far back behind them that it messes up the overall leg cycle and makes it so that foot contact time is just way too long in developing force, where he's really good at being able to develop that force very quickly. But look at how vertical he's getting in that push off. So when he's pushing off, he's not wasting any of his time, because with his long legs, it would be very easy for him to have a lot longer contact time with his feet. But because he's able to get so vertical with his push off, that makes it so he's able to transfer those legs through very, very quickly and have that great turnover. Okay, and move his legs as fast as he can. It all comes down to his ability from, being as tall as he is, having that great contact time. And the reason he is able to have that great contact time is because of how well he's able to cycle those legs and feet through as he's running. And very little wasted movement, even within the upper body. He kind of leans side to side as he's going. You can see one shoulder go a little bit higher and one shoulder go a little bit lower. And that's fairly normal, especially, as you're transferring your weight from the outside part of one foot to the inside part of that foot, and then vice versa, outside for the other foot. Your your arms gonna end up kind of staggering a little bit there. But overall, you want to have good lateral stability in the side part of your body, and also a lot of looseness there within the shoulders. And he does a great job of getting those elbows all the way back to the same height of the shoulders, and just maintains, you know, that high level of speed the whole time. Never looks like he's stressing, never looks like he's even really trying. He just is very, very relaxed the entire time that he's running, which is, you know, different. Not everybody's going to run like that. Justin Gatlin, you know, he really stresses his body as he's running, and he's one of the best sprinters in the world as well. So this isn't the only way to sprint, and the same thing with the shoulder rock. You know, like, you know, Usain Bolt is able to have more of a shoulder lock or rock as he's going. You know, somebody like a Tyson Gay or Justin Gatlin, those guys do not do as much of that shoulder lock as they're running. They're pretty straight within their shoulders as they're pumping, but it's a different athlete who's trying to utilize different parts of their body, different musculature. You know, Tyson Gay is very, very defined down low, and so he's really trying to maximize his power production, you know, in that area. And so, you know, he doesn't have as much freedom of movement as Usain Bolt does, where Usain Bolt is able to be a lot more free because of his size and stature and things like that. So everybody's going to end up having some differences within their sprinting mechanics, and I love to see, you know, what Usain Bolt does, just because it's super informative for us to be able to understand, okay, here's a framework of how to do, you know, some front end mechanics, what's really good from a front end mechanics standpoint, and then also that backside mechanics, and being able to, you know, combine that with the great contact time that he's able to do, and even the, you know, great transition time or the time that he spent off the ground. I mean, he just does a lot of things very, very well, and that's why he's the best sprinter that we've ever seen. So, you know, I've done a lot of Usain Bolt breakdowns just because I don't know if you could ever do enough, just because he's so great at what he does, and a huge amount of respect for him, and only, you know, more success and future, you know, future greatness for him, because I think that he only has more that he's going to be able to contribute to the world. So if you guys like this video, you know, like and subscribe, like I said, and we also have some cool offers down below with our speed breakdowns and with our 7-day speed trial. So if you guys want to try that out, go ahead and click the links below, just because, I mean, the 7-day speed trial is free, and I think it will provide a lot of overall information, a lot of understanding for you guys. And so I think that would be a great idea for you to join that 7-day speed trial. Go and click the link below, or the speed breakdown just like this about you, or of you running, and how you can improve in your actual running form. All right, let me know if you guys have any questions, and we'll talk soon.